Wait a minute, what am I doing? Two men and a what? Two friends from film school, one who graduated, one who did, and they decided to make a podcast. Okay, this has never been done before, right? Okay. This is Matthew and Harrison's Two Men in a Movie. It's not what it sounds like.
Or something like that. We're arguing about pizza or tacos. We're arguing about We're arguing about like this. What's a sandwich and that something
that
along
kind of
that
thing.
line.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure.
And
how like a hot dog's a taco.
Yeah. And one of the people there brought up this like the cube theory.
Yeah, I
where it said that like pizza's a toast. And then we were all arguing about that. That's actually I first said that, like, I'm like, I feel like I'm a germ theorist. The scientific mind here with a set theory arguing against these humorous vibes-based people. And they were like, oh, no. Brandon was there. Brandon's like, look, I'm a humorous guy. I'm on your side. Matthew is correct. It's 100% vibes-based versus like an actual concrete theory. He is correct here. It's not a toast. So I was trying to like tell my friend this, and he was saying, "Well, toast is its own thing, right? Or toast doesn't qualify as toast because
toast isn't toast."
This is an insane argument. This is true. Like, if they ever try to kick me out of therapy, I'm going to show them this chat log, and they're going to keep me in. Oh, because he said toast shouldn't fit here because toast can have toppings, but it doesn't need them. And I'm like 100% it needs toppings. And then we got into the argument of how I think there is a distinction between eating an ingredient as a meal and having a dish as a meal. Because I think toasted bread is an ingredient. If you go to a restaurant, right, and you say, some toast, please, they're going to bring you butter and things to put on it. If you want just the bread, you have to say, I would like some dry toast.
Sure.
Like how if you didn't want anything on your spaghetti and meatballs, you need I would like just dry plain noodles, which is an ingredient, not a dish.
No, spaghetti dry is a dish. I am more willing
just
to...
noodles?
Just noodles is a meal, yeah.
It's a meal. It's not a dish.
Wait, so what's the difference?
A meal is something that is like presented on a plate that you eat. It's something you're eating in my mind.
Sure. I follow that, yes.
A dish is something that is prepared, is made of ingredients prepared in some way.
I would still argue... See, I would then still argue spaghetti being a dish... Like, plain spaghetti being a dish versus toast, because, like, you need ingredients within the process of making spaghetti to make the spaghetti.
See, that's what he was saying, but I'm like...
But the toast, you only need heat.
When I'm thinking about like eating a piece of bread, right?
Yeah.
I go and buy some bread. I'm not considering I've bought something made out of flour and eggs. In my head, it's...
Oh, no,
yeah.
I'm not that. I know, but I mean the process of making spaghetti.
Oh, I see what you're... See, we're talking about this because it came to me saying the hot thing. I think steak's an ingredient.
Just the meat.
The cooked steak is an ingredient.
Unseasoned, just cooked?
Yeah. It is a basis for other things. You can't eat it by... So like all dishes are a meal, but not all meal are dishes.
I mean, it's entirely a vibes thing.
It was like 5 hours.
Yeah, this is not
Discord message.
This is not a hill I'm even kind of willing to die on.
I feel very strongly about this.
I think prepared steak, like steak with seasonings, with like stuff you would put like butter or like oil or whatever you would like make steak, is a dish.
Like a garnished steak.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, but just like slap a steak on the grill.
Cook it, yeah.
It's not a dish.
It's not a dish.
Okay.
It's an ingredient. This is a heated debate.
I soft agree. I still would say...
I think the issue is we don't have enough... Issue I was running into is we don't have enough words already in the human language, in the English language at least, to describe plates of food.
Sure.
And so it comes to the thing where I'm like, I mean, like, because we were arguing about it, I'm like, I don't want to call this, but we don't have another word for it. Stuff like a piece of steak on a plate. Like, that's, what do I call an ingredient that is being eaten on its own? I don't have a word for that, because meal is you're sitting down to consume something.
Sure.
Dish is prepared. I don't have a word for.
Like that in between.
That in between.
Okay. Like
just some boiled noodles on a plate, or just a big hunk of meat I cooked on a plate.
Sure.
some hamburger meat. I grill a little hamburger, threw it on a plate. What is that? Is it plate? Do I use the term plate? Like a plate of?
I mean,
A plate of spaghetti.
yes, it's a plate of spaghetti.
A dish, a meatball, spaghetti and meatballs dish.
A steak plate.
Yeah, steak plate versus like a mushroom sauced steak dish.
Sure.
Both which are meals.
Okay.
Yeah, okay,
so
we're getting there.
Plate is the in-between. We're just going to... So it's meal, plate, dish.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we're making progress. I'm really keen on redefining words so that I agree with them. Welcome to the Two Men in a Movie podcast, where each week one man shows another man a movie he can't believe he hasn't seen. As always, I'm your food scientist, still Surf Safe certified host, Matthew Olenchek, joined as always by my trusty lab assistant and work husband, Harrison Poole.
Also Serve Safe certified.
Of course, you're my lab. You couldn't be in here if you were in my food lab where I'm doing food science. Yelling at people because I'm like, a taco's not a fucking sandwich.
Sure. No, a taco's not a sandwich.
Taco's a taco.
Yes.
A hot dog's a taco.
Correct.
Yeah, thank you. Future guest Cameron disagreed with me.
So, question.
Yeah.
Bowl, just lettuce. No dressing, no toppings. Is a salad?
I would say no.
No?
No,
Okay.
I would say that is in this case, a bowl of salad. It's an ingredient.
Okay.
If anyone, because like a lot of it, I'm trying to be scientific, a lot of it is vibes based. If someone came up to you and had just a bowl of fucking plain salad, like leaves,
Sure.
I think the issues that we run into that we called just a bunch of leaves salad.
Sure, yeah.
Because we don't be like iceberg lettuce. But for scientific terms, someone comes to a bowl of iceberg lettuce and says, I have a salad here. You'd be like,
Sure. I would. I think. I don't know. I think if it's this isn't universal, but I think if it's the primary ingredient in something and you are eating it within the context of which you could eat the dish, I do not necessarily believe
I
you
just
were
think
incorrect.
if you sat down at like you're like a place with a buffet or something,
Sure,
salad bar, and someone sat down and you start eating dry iceberg lettuce, you'd be like, "What the fuck?"
I mean,
Someone would say something along like, "Are you gonna put something in that?"
I would be you do you, but I understand.
You always are.
Yeah, because like, who cares?
I do. A lot of my life
doesn't
revolves
affect
around
my life.
food arguments.
Yeah, I'm aware. It doesn't.
We get into an
affect my
argument with
life.
pizza a lot.
Yeah.
Because we have a friend who, when they order pizza,
Uh-huh.
pizza crust, cheese,
No sauce.
no sauce.
That's not a pizza.
That's not a pizza. And we
That's-
argue about that. I'm like, it doesn't need pizza sauce, but it needs to have like an oil.
I was gonna say it needs to be a sauce or an oil bait, like a
It needs to be a base,
yes,
some wet thing,
sauce, oil, yes,
and like something.
yes,
Cheese, tomatoes, pepper, something on top of there.
yes. Agreed.
And they're like, it's a pizza. I'm like,
No, it's not.
It's bread with cheese.
Yes, correct. It's a grilled. It's an open faced grilled
Buddy,
cheese sandwich.
Like several years ago, we all lost our minds when we discovered you eat ham. Like that was groundbreaking. No one believed me when I said they bought ham when I was out with them at the grocery store, and it drove us nuts. We were losing our mind. Like they eat ham? You now have a leg to stand on in this food argument. Like I love you, but I've never seen you eat a fruit. I've known you for like 12 years. I've never seen them eat a fruit.
That's upsetting. That's genuinely upsetting. I don't know where to go with that. That's any. So I picked the movie
I
this
felt
week.
kinship with this movie.
Yeah, I know.
I
you
felt
did.
kinship when I looked at it. If I could buy, was it Dextramine on Amazon? You cannot.
No, but of course you felt a kinship with this movie. It's the most self-loathing movie ever made.
I think it's a celebration of the artist.
It is the most self-loathing movie ever made, and I think you can't separate the two. I think it is a celebration of the artist. I think this movie should have been called The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
Yeah,
Like,
it's I don't know, cause like I don't know. I was watching it. I don't like eye drop scenes, but I was watching it. And I'm like, man, I could really use something to beat off the drowsiness of my sleep medication in the morning. This guy's onto something.
yeah, dude.
I also do some equivalent of it's showtime in the mirror.
I'm aware. We all do. And on the days where you're not feeling it, you're still like,
I'm always
it's
feeling it.
showtime.
I'm always feeling it.
okay. But
If there's one thing that can be said about my melancholic nature, I'm always feeling it.
okay. Well, this is a celebration of the artist. It is also the most self-loathing movie ever made. This is the type of movie that I hate that it's great. Like, this is the type of movie that everything about this movie is like so self-important, and like I am dying under my crushing talent, and I'm like, you fucking pretentious asshole. And
Stanley
then,
Kubrick's favorite movie.
it doesn't shock me.
He said it was
It's
the
great.
best movie he's ever seen.
It's a great movie. Bob Fosse, quietly a fantastic director. Have you seen any of his others? Okay. So this movie is about the period of time where Bob Fosse was editing Lenny and directing the original Broadway run of Chicago at the same time. And then he has a heart attack and almost dies.
It's wild because I always view Chicago as being like older, even though conceptually I know it can't be.
Yeah.
Because I'm placing it mentally.
It's
As
84,
Yeah, when
83?
all the
Yeah.
great musicals were made. But like I was thinking, like conceptually, like this was back around in the 20s, which would make no sense. Why would they be making? It's like if I made a contemporary period piece.
Sure. I mean, it's still like 40 years old, something like that.
Yeah, but I always think that like Chicago's like made in the time period. It's
Sure.
which is like if I made a movie about like if I made like a period, specifically a period piece about COVID, which they're doing.
Of course they are.
It's
the Ari Aster just did one recently.
it's the new one that's coming out. It's got Pedro Pascal.
Yeah,
in it.
that's Ari Aster's Eddington.
Yeah. Is it out? You said
You
recently, so I thought it was like
I thought it was. I thought it
It might
released a while ago,
no, it was.
or at least the first reviews came in a while
We had
ago.
the trailer when we saw Sinners.
Then yeah, but yeah, that's the new Ari Aster movie.
Yeah, so I guess he could do it. And I will say the one part of this movie I didn't feel kinship with, and this may surprise people given statements I made on the show. All the women he's fucking.
What? What? Go explain yourself.
I can do like one
One at a time. Okay.
at a prolonged. I can't at period of time. Not like despite all of my horniness.
Yeah.
I find sex to be a time drain.
Sure.
And like I like it, but like I can't imagine having sex relationships with that many women in that small period of time.
So
I need a
yours is
rest period between
literally
women.
just the physical, like
The
time management.
physical, the mental.
Sure.
I want to say emotional because I don't always feel things, but in some cases the emotional, it's just like I don't know. I'm lazy by nature.
Sure. I'm aware.
I think the great struggle of my life, which I was thinking about after watching this, was the struggle between wanting fame and success and being profoundly lazy and just being like, I wish I was just happy with what I have so I wouldn't have to do anything.
Sure.
You know how long it takes me to write scripts.
I'm aware.
And like, I guess I struggle with that a lot as an identity as an artist because I feel like a lot of artists I know are like work. And so I have to constantly summon the ghost of Douglas Adams to tell me it's okay because that man did not want to write.
No, Ian Fleming, whenever it was he was contracted to write a new James Bond, he would literally lock himself in a hotel room for 3 weeks and just a typewriter and I think food for 3 weeks. It's just like, I can't do anything else. I hate this so much. Why did I choose this profession?
I need because there are the two types of artists who are always like work, make, you know, the manic people. The people like to do another movie, Syracuse, New York?
Synecdoche?
I always think Syracuse because that's where my grandmother's from.
Yeah, sure.
But like where he's a guy who's like, I gotta work.
Sure.
But like, and then there's the ones where I don't feel like we celebrate enough, who are like, fuck, I hate doing this thing. The only thing that gives my life worth, I hate it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think a certain subsect of people celebrate those people
Certain,
just
but I
fine.
think more broadly,
Yeah.
know, I feel like we really, oh, look at Van Gogh, he made so many goddamn paintings, and like let's talk more about painters who like really struggle to get things done.
Yeah.
Again, a juxtaposition between you and us.
Yeah, I just do it.
You like going up and you're always like comedy, work,
Yeah.
and I'm like I have to be inspired. I was working. You saw me. I was working on that play before this because I'm like, you know what? I'm a bit inspired to write. But like, if I don't, like, I need to go see more theater. Good, theater often inspires me to do things or watch more good things. Because if I don't, I'm just like, I should probably work on the script, or I could paint small little men.
Sure. Well, painting small little men is your brain probably doesn't register it as work, but that is production.
Yeah, is that? Well, it's not in video games. So.
Sure. The thing is,
Even painting little men is sometimes like I'll be like, ah.
We as a society don't understand that joy is a product worth producing, and like
I guess that's what my struggle is.
I don't think it should be the only product you produce, but there should be a balance.
I guess that's where that struggle boils down to, is that there are things that were joys, the end product, hanging out with friends, playing Dungeons & Dragons, playing plastic men, playing with plastic men, my war dollies, playing with my war dollies, video games, and then there's the not joy, it's a pain, but the self-fulfillment I get from making stuff, and I'm always fighting between the easy joy of painting small little plastic men and the long-term fulfillment of, Matt, just sit down. You're like one scene away from being done.
Sure.
I mean, you have to go back and put scenes in, but you'll be chronological. You'll have an ending. Fucking right.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I need a woman in my life, much like many things, to yell at me to write.
Jesus, okay.
True story, the only time I've ever slept well was when I'm in relationships.
Interesting.
Because I can be coerced into bed.
Yeah.
And calmed.
Sure.
Because I think a lot of my issues with sleeping are like psychologically chemical, but it's that it just won't stop.
Yeah.
And I won't listen to anything that tells me to stop. There's a lot of times where I'm about to go to bed and then I go to do something else. And I'm like, this is a bad idea, but I'd work on something else for another hour. And I'm like, fuck!
I gotcha. I don't know.
Florence Pugh, reach out.
Sure. Sure. See, there's nothing wrong with like taking the time to like do whatever you need to do to keep yourself happy and alive. And I'm almost the opposite issue. Like, I'm almost the opposite issue, which I don't have balance. I'm trying to figure out the balance.
You're on the opposite side.
But I'm on the opposite side to the point where like, when we started this podcast, you and I stopped hanging out pretty much like outside of this. And so it affected our relationship where when we would have like podcast creative struggles, I would get mad at you, the person, because that's in my brain. That's now the only like concept I have of you. And then now that we've started like running errands and just doing dumb shit afterwards, like, it has eased a lot of my issues with you.
You know, that's a problem.
And this podcast.
That's a problem I've never had creatively, and I think it does tie into my social disorders.
Maybe mine was.
I find that I'm often more forgiving of people in situations, or at least people that I'm close to.
Sure.
Because I very much do have a narcissistic. Like, I can't expect them to know as much as I do.
Sure, yeah.
And so I tend to be very forgiving in creative struggles with friends, because if I have a disagreement, I'll get like a bit upset, but I'm like, I mean, they're not me, so what am I, like...
No, sure.
They don't have they're not an auteur like me, so I just completely forgive any creative struggle, because I'm like, oh,
my issue was more the logistical stuff, but like... It's in that when I asked that we like start doing this, I never anticipated that this would take over the entirety of our social time also.
Yeah.
So
we're both busy people.
Yeah. And so like the running errands has provided a balance. Like, it is very like there should be a balance. I haven't nailed it universally, but like this, like for this an instance, like there is work. Like, this is work. This is also fun, but this is work, like work brain. And then as soon as the record goes and I pack everything up, like I turn off work brain.
It's a struggle, and does it also prevail through your life? Because I also like at work for me, there's a lot of times where I'm like, ugh, I'll just put things off because I'm like, oh god.
Yep.
Like I have some things on the docket today. I was gonna be like, I have some time before Harrison gets here. I'll finish up some invoices.
Yep.
And then I'm doing it. I'm like, and ironically, I'm like, or I could work on the script.
Dude, I have.
So I guess it's
put
work,
off- yeah.
script.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of difficulty for me to do, work, script, Plastic Man video games.
Sure. I have put off. I have my stand-up tape that I would send to people is like 4 years old. I have been doing comedy almost 8 years.
Yeah.
I am infinitely better 8 years in than I was 4 years in, but I can't bring myself yet to just record a damn 10-minute set. Like,
See, I'm just hoping to get to the point where I can pass off the script to like you and Brandon.
Sure.
And be like, hey, can you review this draft? And then I had an excuse not to be working on it.
sure.
I'm like, I'm waiting for comments.
Sure.
It's gonna take a bit. The rough draft I'm finishing typing, I'm closing it, saving as a PDF, closing it, and sending it raw and unlooked at to everybody and be like, I'm looking for structural notes. Don't give me any dialogue notes. Don't give me any spelling errors. Don't give me any. I'm looking for broad structural structure because I was going through. I'm like, I put grown instead of crown.
Sure.
Like there are mistakes in there, but I just can't bring myself to edit. Again, a work thing. I just can't bring myself to edit it without having someone to work from.
Sure, 100%. See, I edit as I go, which is why it takes me 6 times longer to like finish anything, because in my head the first draft needs to be the 5th draft. Like,
yeah, where I'm just kind of like, I'm gonna slop it out.
yeah, you vomit draft,
I'm
which
gonna
is the correct approach.
I'm gonna just vomit, seep out my pants this, and then we'll fix it in post.
Yeah, you can make it good later. Like, you're correct. I unfortunately have the stupid Kurt Vonnegut brain where I may only get half a page done during a day, but that half a page in my head is near the final draft of a half a page. Like, Kurt Vonnegut he would only write 1 to 2 pages a day, but all of his books were maybe second drafts.
Whereas I only write 1 to 2 pages a day, and I'm like, it's shit. We'll fix it later.
Sure, but like, well, that's the difference
Yep.
between like this is your career and this is a thing. Yeah, look, there's a
If it's my career, they'd have to lock me in a room like
Yeah.
Douglas Adams. If it was my career, my agent would be here with a gun to the back of my head saying, right, motherfucker.
There's a Stephen King quote that I don't entirely agree with, but also he's Stephen King. I can't disagree with him.
Yeah.
But it's amateurs wait for inspiration to strike. The rest of us get up and do the work.
Yeah.
Which
Which is one of the only point I agree with most of his things in writing. Mm-hmm. I don't. It's not that I don't agree with his work ethic. It just ain't for me.
Sure.
I agree with how he's like, just fucking get it out.
Yeah.
But like I can't. I've tried like a little bit each day, and I'm like, I literally need to be like laying on my couch in my like study, which is also a garden for some reason, and be like, inspiration has struck, and inspiration is just the thing. It's like, I should write.
Yeah. See, I love the Rick Riordan approach of like, it's kind of the in-between of like, all of my first drafts take 6 weeks because I lock myself in to do those 6 weeks, but I'm also making final edits on one book and I'm making like regular edits on another book. So at any given point in time, my brain is like jumping between 3 things.
Yeah, I need maybe inspiration. I just mean motivation.
Sure.
And right now I'm not really bumping into many women. Women traditionally my inspiration because I have the deluded artist brain of, if I write something good enough, she'll love me, and that's really got most of my works out the door. Don't have that right now, so it really is like this movie where I saw it. I'm like, I should work on something. I should work on something.
So
I can't properly be this insufferable of not putting out content. I watched a bit of Cats. That gave me some inspiration.
hell yeah.
Which also really helps with my structure. So every time I'm like worried about, will my structural issues impact my story, or rather, will my lack of a traditional structure impact my story? Like, do I need to have things make perfect sense structurally, or can I be loosey goosey with it as long as it fits the themes?
Sure.
I watch Cats.
Okay.
And I go, you know what? Your structure can be loose as long as it's there, because Cats truly is a series of vignettes
Yes.
did bangers. Every time I'm like, is my stuff too out there and too wibbly wobbly? I watch motherfucking Cats, and I'm like, it just needs to strike the right chord with the audience, and they'll fucking love it.
So a little bit of background on this movie.
Made after he watched Cats.
Yeah, no. So
Came out around the same time as Chicago, right? 80s?
yeah. Yes, it's a couple years later because he was directing Chicago, editing Lenny, and this came out 5 years after Lenny.
And when Chicago was running, Cats was running,
Sure.
I think. You keep talking.
So, okay.
I know like all great musicals came out in like a single decade.
So the first this episode is gonna be messy. We might not even really talk about the movie. We might just want to talk about what this movie means to us.
It is a movie where I'm like the value I'm getting from it more is like how I'm feeling about it than the movie itself. The movie itself, very good.
10 out of 10 might be the best thing we watched for this channel. It's up there.
Well, we watched Hot Frosty.
Okay, shush. It's this.
Came out 1981 was the official. 1982 was the Broadway.
Yes.
Of Cats.
Okay, and so Chicago would have been 82, 83, somewhere in there.
Literally, like every great musical came out in like a 3-year span.
So, so structurally, what you need to know, Joey, I forget his last. Oh my God, what's his last? Anyway, Joey is Bob Fosse. Joey is Bob Fosse to the point where in the first draft of this script, when Fosse was writing it, the character was named Bob Fosse.
He should have done that.
And the composer was actually two characters, Candor and Ebb, who wrote Chicago. And
he should have done it.
Roy Scheider playing Joey is Bob Fosse. He's editing a movie called The Stand Up. In the real world, it was called Lenny. And fun fact, the actor who plays Dustin Hoffman plays Lenny in the movie, but the actor who plays the fictionalized version in All That Jazz played Lenny on Broadway.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you were supposed to say play Dustin Hoffman.
No, he played the part on Broadway. So he's editing a movie called The Stand Up, and it's taking way too long, to the point where he has to have a heart attack for it to get released. But it's way too long. And then every time someone from the studio comes to see it, they're so frustrated because every time the cut is better. So he's like, "Fuck it, we got to give you more money." Like, unfortunately, you're too talented.
Unfortunately, you're actually doing something.
Unfortunately, you're quietly a genius. And except you shout it to the rooftops. But
I didn't even view it so much as like they're angry he's quietly a genius, but they're angry that he's right.
yes.
It's because like big genius artist types can't get stuck in circles where they're like it needs to be better, and you're like you're done.
Right.
But no, he's actually improving.
And while he's editing The Stand Up, he is co-writing, choreographing, and directing a movie called Erotica, which is Chicago. A little bit of backstory. I don't know. I think he's the only person that this has ever happened. In 1972, Bob Fosse had the Liza Minnelli, Liza with a Z television special come out. He had directed Pippin, and he had released Cabaret. Cabaret won him the Oscar for Best Director. Pippin won him the Tony for Best Direction.
He got in one go.
And the and the Liza with the Z won him the Emmy for Best Director. He won all three of the major categories for directing.
That's nuts.
And then this kind of broke him. So while he's directing these two, he's living a horrible lifestyle where he's like sleeping around, he's boozing, he's doing drugs, he's smoking like a chimney, and the human body is not meant to sustain all of that for an extended period of time.
If he cut the fucking, I think he'd be fine.
Okay, I think it would have.
My mom's a nurse.
Anyway, so while he's doing all of this, it's bad for his health. He has has multiple heart attacks. He goes through open heart surgery, and while he's in open heart surgery,
Our next movie should be Vice. Just keep doing reactions.
okay,
I'm doing a movie to your reaction in Chicago. I'm doing a reaction to your movie on heart attacks.
sure.
Dick Cheney.
So, so the through line through this movie is that he's talking to this like angel character,
Angel of Death.
and it's we later find out it's the angel of death. We don't I mean, those of us with any religious background clock it pretty immediately, but not like I understand not clocking it immediately. And he goes through open heart surgery. He makes it through the open heart surgery. He has another heart attack and he dies.
That's the end of the movie. It's like 5 minutes.
As in this whole, so the last 40 minutes of this movie is him like, it cuts between like, as he's dying or rejecting or accepting death, they're making a movie, or they're like making the movie of his life, or they're like making the stage show of his life, or it's like it's him singing about like goodbye life. It was nice while I knew you. I'm gonna leave my daughter fatherless. Like,
Hell yeah, dude.
and
Contractually, I'm obligated to leave any child fatherless.
so this so it cuts, so this movie gets really, I mean, it kind of uses the structure of his previous two movies, where there's the show and there's the story, but this one is far more surreal than Lenny is. Lenny is also pretty surreal, but what I remember of Lenny is it cuts between like stage show of like him on stage talking about like ethereally what's happening in the movie, but like thematically, and then cuts to like real life going, and they just cut between
it's
the
a little
two.
artistic signature.
But like this is far more surreal in that like what is happening is not what actually happened.
I like a director who has a thing
And
and keeps putting
Yeah.
it in all their movies.
I
I
think it's interesting he kills himself. Like, because he was supposed to die.
Yeah.
Because in his head, he's like, well,
Self-loathing.
it's the most self-loathing movie ever made. It's this man crushed by the weight of his own massive talent and then dies.
I'm so good. I'm going to make a movie where I kill myself, and I'm going to go really ham with my one favorite trick,
Yeah.
which is the cut. It's like how all my stuff, I fight the urge constantly in things that shouldn't have it to have the work address the audience directly.
Yes.
Like, I get it, dude. I get it, Fosse. You have that one thing, and you're like, I love doing this one trope.
It's just...
That's why I've pivoted towards the stage, because I'm like, there's so much more opportunity.
Sure.
They can get off the stage and still act.
Yeah.
It's not against the law.
So... So that's truly the basic plot of this is it's a man working too hard until he dies.
Yeah.
And it's also everyone around him hates him, but loves him deeply and hates how talented he is, but also like resents him because he's an asshole and like self-loathing. And it is Bob. The entire script could have been Bob Fosse writing, I hate myself, I hate myself, I hate myself, I hate, just over and over. It was 200 pages of I hate myself, and I hate how good it is. I hate that this man can write like this like self-aggrandizing pity party and it kind of be brilliant. Like, not even kind of, it just be brilliant.
It is a wet pity. I feel like dry pity goes down easier with the audience. Like a true or a true actual like a hot dry self-loathing. I feel like goes down with audiences better than a wet one.
Like what?
This is making sense.
I think so. Please clarify.
Oh, it's gonna be hard because I was so proud of the wet dry.
No, I think I get it, but I just want
because like it really depends on like how heavily you're pointing the gun at yourself, I guess.
Sure.
Like when you're directly like, because this is more of a like big dramatic killing yourself scene, right? Mm-hmm. Which I feel like it often is harder to make the audience like. Where the audience likes self-loathing much better, which is you emptying a clip into yourself, putting in a new one, emptying another clip into yourself.
Sure. Okay. Self-flagellation versus like actual suicide?
Yeah.
Okay. Everyone in this movie is giving a 10 out of 10 performance. Even the little girl who plays Michelle, the daughter, she's giving specifically such an interesting performance in that I'm not sure how to take it, because it is such a child actor, like, wooden-y performance, but it's also like so real and brilliant. It's so good. She's a standout, and I'm not sure positively or negatively.
Yeah, I'm not.
But like, she's so good in this.
I think there's been like 2 good child actors in history. What's his name? Joel Haley.
Haley Joel Osment.
Yeah, him. And the girl that played Annie, and then they used her singing in the rap song. And because you can see her, like, where they got the audio clip, because she was on, like, a show doing it.
Oh, okay, sure.
And I'm like, that girl's fucking acting.
Yeah.
That girl, a lot of times when you see these kids sing, it's like they're just singing. This is rage. What is this little girl seen to be able to draw on such real, palpable rage?
Saoirse Ronan was a brilliant child star.
Who?
Saoirse Ronan? Lady Bird.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was a brilliant child actor.
Was JoJo Siwa a child actor?
I mean, technically, I guess.
I don't know what she did.
She was on Dance Moms. And then, like, when she got famous, I'm assuming she did, like, acty stuff. But she was a dancer. She was a part of the Dance Moms.
Yeah, please, because I've wanted to do a podcast where someone explains to me what JoJo Siwa is, but that's no more than 10 minutes.
No.
So please, we're doing our sub podcast. We're doing our one and only installment of who the fuck is JoJo Siwa.
So she was on the Dance Mom. She was on Abby's Dance Mom crew, and she was one of the
Dance Mom.
So dance. Okay. So Dance Moms.
Yeah.
This woman named Abby had a child dance studio, and Dance Moms follows the child dancers, Abby, and the mothers of the child dancers as they all fight each other. I have seen maybe 2.5 episodes in my entire life.
And this is where JoJo came from.
Yes, JoJo was one of the dancers on Dance Moms. She broke out as like one of the exceptional dancers, and then like spun off into do her own thing, kind of.
What's her own thing?
She was like a child dance star, just like a Nickelodeon-y child dance star.
Where did she dance? Where is this?
Just around competitions around the world.
Why is she popping up in my news feed?
Because she has a new song coming out. So when she was known among children for being like a rainbowy. She had this rainbow bow and sold merch to children.
Is the merch took off?
Basically,
separate. Okay, because like JoJo's like one of these famous people that just pop up. And I don't like, because like when
Then she turned like 2021 and decided to release music under her dark persona, and she invented gay pop, as if Tegan and Sarah didn't exist, and then people before Tegan and Sarah. But like, anyway, she invented gay pop, and then after coming out as a lesbian, she started dating a man and cleaned up her image, and now
what's his name said he was going to make her straight.
Yeah.
And then he did, apparently.
And now she just she just released a new song where she's like kind of dressed as like a Marilyn Monroe-y, like
this morning I got a fucking notification from something where it's like JoJo comes out as straight in pearls and dress, and I find every time I never know she's there. Sure. I forget about her. Then every so often, she just pops up like it's supposed to be news I care about. I don't know what she's doing. Like when Sabrina Carpenter came out, right?
Yeah.
I was like, musician.
She was a child actor turned musician.
I was like, okay, yes. musician. When Sydney Sweetie came out, I thought she was a porn star because of the name.
Sure.
Found out she was an actress. Went, okay, I understand where she's coming from. But then JoJo keeps popping up. I'm like, why do I care?
She was a dancer.
Why do I care about? She's a big She looks like a big toddler.
Yes.
I hate her face.
Okay. That's so mean.
I hate everything about. I thought maybe she was like a fucking extra on the Wiggles, but she's too young.
No, she was a dancer on Dance Moms. She broke out and became her own thing. She got really popular on TikTok, and then she formed her own dance studio.
She looks like someone's child bride. I despise her.
I have that's strong feeling.
I mean, they're truly like there's like I'm political. There's a lot of politicians I hate. I don't think they reach the level of blind hatred because like for like actual fascists, I can track how I get there. I have an argument. And the argument tempers the rage. This she just pops up, and I'm confused. I don't know. I'm like a deer in the headlights. I just fly to the angriest I ever get is when I have to look at JoJo. Because I'm like, who is she? Why is she here? I hate her.
She was a dancer. She was a dancer, and then she became a TikTok star.
Get rid of this toddler. I don't want to see her anymore.
Anyway,
It's gonna give me my fucking heart attack.
This movie
I'm gonna
rules.
meet the angel of death because she's gonna come out.
Yeah, for real. This movie is fantastic.
I had to stop working for half an hour after that notification because I was so pissed. I was pacing around my apartment just in a rage. I'm gonna make my own version of all that jazz, but it's just in the background's me making art. It's just about me getting more and more furious about JoJo Siwa.
Siwa? Okay.
Never allowed on this podcast.
Okay. Anyway,
Oh God,
I don't even know how to bring this back to any form of normal conversation. You have steered us so far off.
I get so furious. I'm sorry. It's relevant because it happened today. I get so fucking furious. If she made a movie about being self-loathing, it would be bad. It would be bad because I would agree with her and I'd hate her. Okay. I despise this woman.
So,
how old is she?
Like 22.
She looks like a fucking baby.
Yeah, she's 22. She still has baby face.
She looks like a toddler was expanded, and I despise her so fucking much.
You have a lot of animosity to this complete stranger
That I know nothing about.
That you know nothing about.
Other than,
I don't understand.
All I know is she's dark and edgy now. She's
Not
lesbian
anymore.
now. She's straight now. This is the only knowledge I will retain after this recording about JoJo Siwa, and I fucking despise her.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
anyway, you've broken. I'm telling you, I have nothing.
Sorry. That was
you're all
boiling.
good.
That was boiling in me ever since it happened.
So art. Let's talk about art. What are your thoughts on art?
JoJo ain't it.
Okay. Anyway,
Oh God,
I think this
I'll tie my feelings in art somewhat. I think there can be art to being like of celebrity for celebrity's sake.
Yeah.
Like I'm not sure it's high art, but I think there's art to what the Kardashians do.
Sure.
Because art's the whole important. I think that is why like people like JoJo Siwa make me so angry. It's just because there's nothing there, and there's like this self-aggrandizing thing. And I can forgive it with the Kardashians because they're doing something, whether or not it has value is up for debate. But there is a production happening there. I could with Bassi. Sure, I can take the self-aggrandizing because he's an artist. He's doing something. It's when someone is self-aggrandizing and is doing, as far as I can tell, nothing.
I mean, she's releasing music and owns a dance studio and is like professionally teaching people to dance and tour.
I had a vague notion she made music because of the dark and edgy turn.
Yeah.
I have never heard a song of hers. I've never met a living soul who's ever mentioned listening to a single song of hers. Who listens to her?
Children. She makes music for little children. Yeah, you're so angry as a 30-year-old man at this 22, 23-year-old woman who makes art for 7-year-olds. You're not the target audience. You're not 7. It's not for you.
She's a blight on lesbians, a blight on music.
I don't know enough about her.
I do feel proud of
too.
myself because when she came out as I'm lesbian, I had a little thing. I'm like, I think this is a publicity stunt. She's not gay. And I'm proud that my lesbian senses ring true.
So I believe this is the first movie that he wrote and directed. Because I know like Sweet Charity and Cabaret were adaptations of existing musicals, and Lenny was an adaptation of a Broadway play that they didn't. I don't think they used the exact script, but the person who wrote the Broadway play wrote the screenplay for Lenny. So I think this is his first movie that he wrote and directed. And you can absolutely tell.
Finally, I can tell my story.
Yeah, for real. Finally, I can talk about that time I won Best Director in three completely
And I
different
fucked
mediums.
so many women.
And how I can't keep a relationship because I'm damaged on the inside. Because I was kind of molested in a burlesque show when I was like 15, but like we're just gonna skate right past that. We're gonna talk about it, and we're gonna show like the beginnings of it, and then it's just gonna be like, nah, actually the molestation didn't at all bother me. It was the fact that they laughed at me while I tap danced in a burlesque show.
I truly don't know if it's him like not being able to talk about it, or if it's just him thinking like, I mean, there needs to be something here.
Yo,
That
shit.
happened to me, I guess.
Sure.
Because there's definitely things that like I have, which make people like, that's traumatic, and like I'm like, no, it's not, and it's really not for me. It
Sure.
just didn't stick for whatever reason.
Sure.
I know there's a lot of that's something he knows with like a lot of people is that they'll say something and like they're like, it's not traumatic. You're like, that should be traumatic. Sometimes trauma just doesn't stick for people.
Yeah. In specific acts, yeah, absolutely. Like, human brains are weird, man. Like, I don't...
The only thing that can make this movie better, in my opinion, is if you moved up the time frame a bit so it makes sense, and then make that big traumatic thing be 9/11. And there's just like just like a small part of this movie is him watching the towers fall, and they just skate past it, and that's supposed to inform the character.
So, okay. So many issues with what you said.
Yeah, what's up?
One, he was dead.
That's what I'm saying. It would have
before.
to be. It would have to be moved up somehow.
Sure,
It's not makeable.
Yeah. That version cannot exist.
But I think it'd be. I've just been obsessed with the idea of someone touching on 9/11 in something, but not making, because anytime 9/11 comes up in a movie, it's like a central thing.
Yeah.
I really want 9/11 to come up as just like a minor thing that impacted them, then moved on. I don't know why I want that, but it's something I want to see.
So, you want the My Chemical Romance movie?
Yeah, I want the My Chemical Romance movie. I want it to be very brief.
Yeah. You want the My Chemical
I do want
Romance
the My Chemical
movie.
Romance
That's okay. So the unfortunate thing about this movie is because he was supposed to die, and because he kills himself in this movie because he's supposed to die, and because he was supposed to die, his career was kind of supposed to end at this high point, and then he made one more movie, which I have not heard a lot of people talk about Star 80. The people I have heard are like, it is gorgeous, it is morally reprehensible. So
Neon Demon.
Sure. But it's
That's how I feel about Neon. I know you're not a fan of it.
Not
How
even
I feel about Neon Demon. The fucking lesbian, necrophilic, pedophilic scene. I'm like, this is possibly the most morally reprehensible thing I've seen done earnestly on camera, and it is gorgeous.
I know. I've said this before. I out loud went, "Oh, come on!" Like, true. I was done at that point. I was just like, "Reffin, stop!" Like, now you're just being edgy to be edgy. Stop it. And yes,
but
there's a point.
I think why I like it is because it's actual. He's actually like, there's an edge to it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people try to be edgy and it's just like,
No, sure.
With this, I'm like, you have actually successfully managed to cross some major lines in like a motion picture that has Keanu Reeves in it.
Yeah.
Like it's
and Jenna Malone.
It's an actual motion picture, and you're like, I'm going to cross some big lines.
Yeah, and
like,
Elle Fanning and like real actors.
Yeah, respect.
Sure, 100%.
The only movie I don't like is I don't hate it, but Only God Forgives.
Me neither. I don't like that
No
movie.
fucking idea what it's about.
Me neither.
It's not even a way like, oh, Donnie Darko. It's like, I literally have no idea what the fuck's going on here.
No, sure.
I'm not even sure he knows what's going on here. There's no like even slightly transparency that I'm convinced you know what's happening. In your
Aren't
movie.
only like 200 words spoken in that entire movie?
Yeah.
But not in a 2001 Space Odyssey kind of way where like Kubrick visually tells you everything that goes on.
Like it's in order to make something where like people can be like, oh, you don't understand it, there's got to be the idea that I can understand it. I'm just not understanding it.
Sure.
And I don't think I'm watching this. I'm like, there's nothing to understand here.
Sure. Yeah. Like this movie, at least in the end, gets very surreal and like, it loses it. But at no point do you like not understand what everything means. Yeah. There are little things that I also really like where like in the hospital when he's basically predicting the host's intro to the next entertainer, like before he even says it. This is a man who's been in entertainment so long and has reached such a high level of success that he is so jaded. And the fact that when he teaches that to his girlfriend and his girlfriend cheats on him, and he is mad at her for cheating on him when he has cheated on her.
That's man.
Sure. It's so
also this was before cucks were invented, so
I mean, nah, I'm pretty sure cuckolds have always
cuckolding was invented in 1997. That's when they start putting the extra chair in hotel rooms.
This movie has a lot in common with Synecdoche, New York, in that like you can say what everything means and like you can talk about it, but it is a thing you need to experience. And I think us talking about it doesn't ruin.
It's not a movie that's a narrative. It's a movie that's about something.
Yes, and it just happens to be about how much he hates himself.
Yeah.
Like, do you have any like? I mean, how long have we been recording? Do you want to wrap up, or do you have anything else? And then
I don't think I have anything that wouldn't just be repeating things I've already said.
Okay,
or completely tangential.
Okay, so I guess we'll wrap up. So final thoughts.
Final thoughts. I think this is my ideal lifestyle, except for the fucking.
Sure.
But yeah, I think it's a very aspirational movie.
See, I view this as almost the exact opposite of aspirational. This just goes.
I think I would be happy hating myself this much.
No, as someone who has had moments, I don't know ever this much, but has had moments of severe hating themselves, never even kind of. Much like Chicago, this is like the exact difference in our brains along how fame and like art, like what art should mean.
I like
works.
fame because it's a socially acceptable way to be self-destructive and self-loathing.
Yeah. I just think you should just be self-destructive and self-loathing. Like, who cares?
I wanted to be productive.
Well, it's not productive.
I want to be productive. I want there to be lights. And da 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 da. And that's my like Broadway music. Da 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 da. Lights.
I mean,
curtains open. There's a gun in my mouth. That's what fame should be.
I mean, I can look this up, but I like the musical numbers in this movie. None of them even kind of sound like Chicago, and yet I entirely understand everything that like what the allegory in Chicago is. Also, if you hadn't figured it out, the title "All That Jazz" comes from the opening number of Chicago. All That Jazz.
Which is also, as my boss has described my job position several times now.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's because I don't fit in a box.
Sure.
Any of you listeners out there have a job where you don't really have a job description and no one's really sure what you do, and people say, what do you do on this project? You kind of go, the project? And they're like, what do you mean? And it's like, everything? So you do everything? Well, I don't do some things.
So
I have this thought today at work. I was talking about with another coworker that if I were to suddenly leave, the project would fall apart, and I'm not sure why or how. I just know that I have like I'm like an organ that you don't know exactly what it does.
Sure.
But it's really important.
Sure.
It's like how those people are old IT guys at a company that if they leave, the entire company falls apart because they're doing things people don't know they're doing, and they don't know that people don't know they're. I know I'm doing things that people don't know I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm definitely doing things I know people know I'm not doing.
So when you become a famous artist and you have to quit, it's gonna crumble them for a while.
Yeah, Toledo won't have fiber cable.
Oh shit. And on that note, do you want to do socials?
Yeah, I'll do socials. You can find the show on most things, Two Men Movie Podcast, except for YouTube. That's Two Men and a Movie Podcast. You can go there if you want to not listen to our things on Spotify, or if you just don't like Brandon. He's not on there. He talks too much. You can also find the Instagram's Two Men Movie Podcast. You can reach out to us there. Email twomenmoviepodcast@gmail.com. We're accepting fan fictions, or I'm accepting fan fictions as always. We don't have a company credit card, so I can't jointly pay for these, but I would if I could.
Oh my god. Okay.
We would have to put that in our finances at the end of the year, as I've paid people money for fan fictions.
We could probably write it. I mean, I don't know what tax expense it would be unless we read them.
And you could we'd read them. You can find me at Midwest_magician on Instagram. Nothing else. I despise both social medias.
You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, Threads, and Lemonade under harrisonpoole.com. HARRISONPOOLEDOTCOM, or on Letterboxd at HDPOOLE124. Honestly, you might be able just to search Harrison Poole. I've actually never done that. I'm Harrison. I gave this movie 5 stars, and I just said it was the most self-loathing movie ever made. I love this movie a lot. I hate how great this movie is. I guess tune in next week for Vice. Is that what you decided?
Are we doing the special episode next week, or is it Vice?
I think the next episode is we're doing Vice. Okay, so let's just nail the schedule for the end of the month real quick. This is coming out the 15th. Mm-hmm. So the 22nd would be Vice. The 29th would be our 1 year anniversary.
So I'm bringing Vice.
Yeah, so you're bringing Vice next week, and then we're ending the month with Jennifer's Body, and then it's the start of August.
And we will be doing a poll for that. Please vote on your favorite August. The winner gets to live.
Okay, no.
Brandon will murder the other ones because he has told me on several occasions he will allow no rival to be top guest.
So, okay. Thank you so much to Tristan Hostetter.
One of these days it's going to be 3 men, and he's going to start living here.
If he does, then our episodes will be longer and better.
We will be off YouTube.
Sure, okay. Thank you so much to Tristan Hostetter for our theme music. Make sure you listen to his band Tonight with Vince or Natural Health. Thank you guys for listening. So long and good night. Okay, cool.
This is Matthew and Harrison's Two Men in a Movie. It's not what it sounds like.